Hello everyone, I'm Paul Dunning-Bletter, the editor of CDN Computer Dealer News here in Ottawa. We just wrapped up the Federal IT 911 event that Kelly Bizot, President of Market Works, put on. Also with us today is Michelle Warren. She's a market analyst for MW Consulting in Toronto. Kelly, why did you want to put on this event? Why is it important to you, and why now?
To drive awareness, Paulo. Really, I think that the community, federal IT community at large, lacks a lot of insight into the changes that are going on within government. And because they are so significant, I just wanted to be able to take the lead and make sure that everybody was up to speed on what was going on.
I think one of the key things that I learned was that the government is in a huge hole with a $50 billion deficit, and they're going to be looking to IT to streamline that, and that's going to have a huge effect on the SME channel up here.
Yeah, absolutely. Flannery just actually made the announcement that it's a $50 billion deficit, and that they are looking at, they believe that it's underestimated and that it will probably be growing into over 80 million. Because of the aging infrastructure, it's really important for them to turn around and capitalize on the best ways that they can save money within departments. And so they're realigning and optimizing all of the departments to be able to operate more effectively from a greening standpoint, from a virtualization standpoint, so on and so forth.
So Michelle, you drove up for this event.
Yes,
what were your impressions of the whole conference?
Well, it was really interesting, really well put together.
Yeah.
The message is a complicated message. It has many layers to it that will impact, I think, all of the IT industry in Canada, not just the resellers, not just the SME resellers, not just Ottawa resellers. This has far-reaching effects into the vendor community, hardware, software, services, and not just...
And even the distributors, too.
Absolutely, the distributors, absolutely. They're going to be in for a rough ride. So this is actually my suspicion, this whole shared services initiative that the government is undertaking and that Kelly brought to the forefront today. I mean, it has ramifications that I think the IT industry is going to be shaken up for quite some time. Yeah,
you know, that shared services aspect of your presentation, I mean, if I was in the channel, I would definitely be scared of sustaining my own business, keeping the lights on. Maybe I may even be consolidated when I don't want to be consolidated. What did you learn from that brochure video that they put out there? What should the the channel out there, the channel community, know about what shared services plans are?
Well, first and foremost, in the government's defense, I think it's important to say that they've been transparent from day one when shared services came to light. And actually in 2001, they've informed the community that they are a division within PWGSC, that and their goal is to be the government's #1 supplier from an IT infrastructure point nationwide. Our resellers are really not paying attention to it to the level that they should be, and not seeing that this will be detrimental. And so as a result, they're not engaging with government to be able to share that information, not working with the Office of the Small to Mid-Sized Enterprise, not working with the Office of the Procurement Ombudsman. And so as a result, they're moving forward and they're building a well-oiled machine, if you would have saw it. Like when you saw today, that the commercial they've created for departments is phenomenal. I don't think that anybody could have got more targeted towards being able to support all IT needs for government department better than government themselves.
And their budget is something ridiculous, like $540 million. That's sort of like off the charts.
Yeah. So we're aligned with public sector research, and Chris Bishop does a great job of going out to the departments and gaining a greater understanding of what's going on within what their plans are for the upcoming years. And I got the report this weekend and reviewing it, and it's $540.6 million. And it also says that they have 1,647, I believe it was, full-time staff. Like, that's huge.
That's Fortune 500 territory.
It's big. There's no doubt about it.
So Michelle, just like me, we sort of sourced the audience there. We talked to almost everybody that was there. I kind of got the sense that they want to be like a united front and get in front of this. Did you get that same sense?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. And they have to. And what impressed me was they got the message. An individual reseller, say 100 people, say even 100 people working at a reseller, is nothing compared to this $500 million
budget
organization, entity. And so in order to compete against this government-funded agency, the industry has to band together. I can't see any other option. I mean, there's certainly other large systems integrators, the LARs, they have a fighting chance. But for the smaller, anybody smaller than like the TELUS's and the Bells of the world, they're really in for a battle. And because it does reach the reseller, systems integrator, this DISTI channel, consultant channel, it's everything. There has to be a united front, even if it's just 2 or 3 organizations working together or working through an association.
And it impacts the entire food chain. It's if you're not selling to the federal government, you're still going to be impacted because the manufacturers' costs are going to rise because they're now having to shift their business models as a result. The other thing to really hit home is that if the conservative government or anybody that's really in office, if they actually had an idea of the impact that this would have on Canadians and Canadian businesses as a result, they wouldn't be driving this to the level that they are. There would be gates put in to support small to mid-sized enterprises. They have opened up contracts to be able to ensure small to mid-sized enterprises are included, but at the same time, there's not a lot of things that are being enforced within those contracts. And again, it goes back to the community not totally understanding how to engage. And that was one of the things that we wanted to explain today. You can't build your business off the backs of government processes and support government for decades and then not think that the government is going to not care and move forward without you. If at the end of the day, if they end up losing their business, they're not going to be able to pay their taxes. Their businesses are going to go bankrupt, and it's only going to turn around and increase that deficit. And the conservative government won't want that to happen. So it's just a matter of raising the awareness, and we went over some of the key things to do today. So hopefully everybody will do it.
Yes, let's hope so. A lot of key issues there, and I want to thank Michelle Warren for your time.
Yes,
and Kelly Bizot for your time. I'm Paulo Donley-Bletto for CDN Computer Dealer News. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.